Let's prevent joint-related exercise injuries and much more. To help us, we have Dr. Jacques Toueg with us, an orthopedic surgeon and director of the Montreal Institute for Special Surgery. Nice to have you here.
Thank you for having me.
Can you tell us a bit more about the Institute?
Well, the Institute is a bit unique in Canada because it's a fully private surgical center where we do mainly arthroscopic surgeries to peripheral joints. We also do techniques under ultrasound techniques that are done. Essentially, it's a private center, and there's not a whole lot of private centers in Canada. Quebec is probably the only province where we're allowed to do and to go off Medicare. So this is why it's so special.
Okay. Yeah. Busy time of year then, this time of year?
It's always busy in our center. We see patients from around Canada, a lot of patients from the Ottawa region that comes to us also, but it's always busy.
Okay. So what does the spring season mean when it comes to the sports season?
Well, it means it's a prone season injury. I mean, the thing is that especially if you haven't done much sports activities during winter time, you're more at risk of getting injuries. The other thing is that if you're over 30, you're more prone to have injuries if you go too fast. You know, you have to take it step by step.
Okay, so is winter one of the big reasons then, because we haven't exercised all season and then all of a sudden, let's just go at full tilt and people are getting injured?
Exactly. So that could be one of the reasons. The other reason is sometimes the sports that we do in winter are completely different from the one that we're going to do in summer. So let's say if you don't play tennis indoor and you're skiing and then you want to start tennis, well, it's a different sport. Different joints will be under stress and you have to prepare for it.
So what are some of the most common injuries that people experience because of outdoor exercise?
Well, when we think about spring, we think about running outside, we think about tennis, soccer. Those are all sports where there could be a lot of change of direction quickly. So our knees could be at risk, whether it's your cartilage, your meniscus. If we're thinking about, for example, tennis, our shoulders could be a big issue if you start too fast or if your volume of training is too rapid.
If people use a gym, then would you say that there's less chance to injure yourself because it's a little more structured? Yeah,
you got it. Actually, the three important things to do is first is to prepare in the gym. So whether it's sports specific, depending on the sports we want to do, we need to work on our strengthening and also on our equilibrium, or what we call proprioception. If you want to do a specific sport, sometimes even a kinesiologist can help you in the gym. The second thing that's really important is to make sure you warm up. It's more important actually than stretching after your activities. Warming up takes about 10 minutes, and it could be from a skipping rope to stationary bike to an elliptic machine, just to make sure you warm up your body a bit. And the third one is to make sure whatever you're doing, always take a day off when you start a new activity to make sure you have time to recuperate.
So would you say that warming up then is probably like the #1 thing that you should do?
Yeah, well, it is, but I would say the #1 thing to do is really to take it slowly.
Yeah, take it slowly.
Yeah, because most people who get injured is because their volume of training is too intense and they do too much. You have to go slowly.
Don't overdo it.
Exactly.
Yeah. Slow and steady wins the race.
Yeah,
right?
Exactly. It's not not it's a marathon. It's not a big race.
Yeah, of course. Okay, so how quickly can a joint-related injury be treated? Should you get right on it as soon as you feel that pain?
Well, the thing is that as soon as you start feeling pain to joints, you should rest. So that's the first thing. Whether you put some ice on it or you can take a bit of anti-inflammatories if you're allowed to, and that's fine. But resting is probably the best thing to do. And then after a week to 10 days, then you resume your activities again on a slower rate. After this, if it's still there, then you might need to consult because especially if there's swelling or the pain wakes you up at night.
Okay, so about 30 seconds left here then. So how can people get in contact with you, your amazing institute, and to get help?
Well, it's easy. We have a website that's easy access. Patients just have to call. They don't need any referral, and that's the big thing. You just have to call and take an appointment. We have sports medicine specialists that can see them, and if they need surgery, well, they might end up with me.
All right. Be in good hands.
All right, thank you.
Dr. Jacques Toueg, thank you very much for being here today.
Thank you.
We appreciate your time, and of course, we appreciate your time. Have a good day.